What's going on, guys? My name is Renegade. Today we're here for AQW Q&A. Today we're going to be answering your questions from the last episode of this, as well as some questions off the Discord server. And speaking of the Discord server, if you guys want to go onto my Discord server, you can ask me some questions, or you can talk to me or my other viewers that are already in there. You can follow the link in the description. You don't have to download anything, no verifying emails or anything like that. You just click the link, type in your username, type the password, and you're done. Also, while you're down there in the description, leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, other than that, let's get into this week's episode. So our first question this week is coming from Derpy Cow, and they asked, would you want more Chaos classes, and can you join Chaos? I'm not entirely sure if you can join Chaos, I'm pretty sure you can't, but as for more Chaos classes, I'm pretty sure, like, well, what my current opinion is on the Chaos Saga is it's all over. There's nothing really more that they could add. They'd have to add some more, like, story-based elements to it, have to have more layers of what is actually in there for it to add more classes. They couldn't just add more classes. It wouldn't make sense, like, story-wise. So yeah, I don't really think they should add more classes unless they have some story to go with it. And I don't think you can join Chaos. But I'm not entirely sure about that. Andy the Gamer asks, do you play Pokemon Go? Yes, I play, no, my life is consumed by Pokemon Go. Like, I can't Pokemon, my Pokemon is my poke my Pokemon Go, Pokemon. So this question here is from Tipsy Turtle. Now, the bit at the start there of the question, you can see it's just him talking to someone else in the Discord channel. But as for his 3 questions, do you have any ideas for classes in AQW? Not really. I just think they should add more classes for the good side of things, the good faction. Do you think they should be... Sorry, do you think you're a good enough class designer to design one? No, I've never designed a class in my life. I've never ever thought about the statistics or anything of it. I wouldn't be a good class designer. I'd definitely have to learn before I tried. And his 3rd question was, whose class designer classes do you prefer the most and why? It's a tough one, but I'd probably say Sync by a small margin, although I have liked lots of classes from other people before. I've disliked some of Sync's classes. I've really loved some of Sync's classes. But I generally think Sync has probably produced the best classes out of everyone so far. This next question is coming from Dwayne the Cock Johnson, and he asked, what's best... No, sorry, I pronounced that wrong. Worst bets class for AQW? Yeah. Question 2 is, if you could change one thing about the game, what you do? Yeah. So our next question is from Destruo, I think I pronounced that right, and he asked, do you believe in God, why or why not? So I don't believe in God, and it's because I don't really think there's a logical way a God could exist, but, you know, I'm a logical person. I like to look at everything like from a logical perspective, so just that kind of person. But I just, a disclaimer, I don't judge people based on what they believe in. I'm one of those people that I'll just judge you based on your actions and how you act, like, and what you say. I'm not gonna just go, oh no, I hate you because you believe in God. I'm not an atheist. I don't believe in it, but I'm open to the concept of it. I think that's the right way to word it. Mark8120GC asked, what do you use to record with for AQW? So I use Bandicam to record my video. It's a paid program. I wouldn't recommend using the free version. So if you want to record, use OBS, Open Broadcast Software. OBS doesn't really work very well with a 1440p monitor, so I use Bandicam. And for my audio, I use Audacity, because Bandicam doesn't have very good audio recording for like a really high quality mic, so I just use Audacity and Bandicam. Doomnight AQW asks, how old are you? What's your favorite class? Would you want to work for AE? What's your computer specs? And love you, no homo. Alright, so I'm 15 years old. I'm actually almost 16. My favorite class is... No, Card Clasher. There we go, Card Clasher. No, I wouldn't want to work for AE. And my computer specs, i7-4770K, 4.3 GHz, 16 GB of Kingston HyperX Blue RAM, Gigabyte GTX 970, not the WindForce edition, sorry, not the G1 Gaming, just the WindForce edition, and I think that's all that's relevant. The motherboard, I can't remember the motherboard. Actually, it's right next to me. The Z87X D3H from Gigabyte is my motherboard. And my computer case is a Cooler Master Silencio, something a rather garbage case. I don't really like it that much. It looks disgusting. But yeah, that's my computer specs. Joe Sherman asks, in AQW, what do you think has the most interesting design? Well, what class do you think has the most interesting design? And what class/classes do you think really need a buff? So, most interesting design would be Card Clasher, of course. And do they need a buff? What classes need a buff? Card Clasher would be good good for a buff. Doom Knight needs a buff. The 4 starter classes could do with a buff, especially Warrior. Warrior is really garbage at the moment. Mage could do with a buff as well. Not so much Healer. I think Healer is fine for what it does. Maybe a bit of a buff because it's kind of bested by Oracle, I think. Necromancer could do with a buff. I think there's just a lot of older classes could do with a buff, to be quite honest with you. Nugget asks, I don't know if these questions were asked yet, but who is your favorite YouTuber and do you play any sport? I don't play any sport. My favorite YouTuber is DJ Keemstar. No, I'm kidding. I don't know, actually. Ooh, that's actually a really tough question. Oh, Total Biscuit. That wasn't on my mind. Total Biscuit's definitely my favorite YouTuber. He's awesome. And that does it for this week's Q&A, guys. If you want to leave any of your questions you want to get answered for next week's episode, then leave those in the comment section down below. Remember to subscribe to be notified when the next episode of this comes out. Did I say next week's episode? Because this is a bi-weekly series, so it'll be in 2 weeks' time, not 1 week. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
This question's coming from Crispy Christian. They asked, how long have you played the RuneScape 3D?